Title: Rena Sofer out at General Hospital. Lois drops a devastating secret before her exit that will rock Port Charles forever. Port Charles will never be the same again. With a mix of heartbreak and explosive revelations, General Hospital prepares to say goodbye to a fan favorite yet again. Emmy winner Rena Sofer, who triumphantly reprised her role as the feisty, fabulous Lois Cerullo, is wrapping up her time in Port Charles, but not before dropping one last bombshell that will send shockwaves through every family on the canvas. We've got the inside scoop on how Rena's contract ends, why Lois is leaving, and the huge secret she spills just before boarding that plane out of town, one that could destroy a legacy, fracture a family, and rewrite GH history. When Rena Sofer returned as Lois Cerullo in 2023, General Hospital fans were ecstatic. Her energy, charm, and Brooklyn flair lit up the screen. Paired again with Wally Kurth, Ned/Eddie Main, their undeniable chemistry quickly revived nostalgia while sparking fresh storylines. But as of May 2025, Sofer's short-term contract is coming to a close, and unfortunately for viewers, ABC has chosen not to extend it, at least not for now. Sources reveal that this was always meant to be a limited arc, one centered around Brooklyn's wedding, Tracy's schemes, and a long-overdue revisit of Lois's complicated relationship with Ned. What no one saw coming, however, is Lois's emotional final story twist, one that producers are keeping tightly under wraps. But we've uncovered the shocking secret she'll reveal before leaving Port Charles that could alter several key relationships forever. As Lois prepares to leave Port Charles, she ties up loose ends with grace and heart. She's proud of Brooklyn's growing confidence and strength. She reconciles with Ned, now stable again after his Eddie Main identity crisis, and even finds a moment of peace with Tracy, but her eyes are haunted. She begins avoiding Olivia, dodging her mother Gloria's calls, and seems rattled by anything to do with Leo. At first, Olivia thinks Lois is just overwhelmed by leaving her daughter behind again, but Brooklyn knows her mother too well. "Ma, something's bothering you. You can't leave like this." Lois deflects, but Brooklyn pushes harder. And soon the tears come. That's when Lois reveals the first piece of the truth, but it's only the beginning. "You remember that summer I left Bensonhurst for a few months when you were little?" Lois begins, her voice trembling. "I told everyone I went to California. That wasn't the whole story." Brooklyn freezes. "What do you mean?" Lois looks away, unable to meet her daughter's eyes. "I was pregnant. With another child. Your sibling." Brooklyn is stunned. "You're telling me I have a brother or sister out there?" Lois nods. "I made a mistake back then. I thought I was protecting everyone. But it's time I fix it before it's too late." The show launches into a series of dramatic flashbacks with a younger Lois, played by a recast, in 1999. After her divorce from Ned, a one-night stand with a mystery man left her pregnant. Ashamed, heartbroken, and afraid, Lois left town, gave birth in secret, and placed the child for adoption, never telling Ned or even her mother Gloria the truth. But the child didn't stay hidden for long. In a second bombshell, Lois confesses that she later tracked down her child. "I needed to know they were okay. And I found them, living a life that was nothing like what I dreamed for them." That's when the story twists even deeper, because Lois's child is not just anyone. Lois's child is already in Port Charles. "You know him," she whispers to Brooklyn. "Everyone does." Lois's child? Gio Paloma. Yes, Sonny Corinthos' cousin, currently being mentored by Brooklyn and Chase, and quickly becoming a fixture at the Quartermain stables. Brooklyn nearly collapses. "You're saying Gio, the guy I've been training with, the one Chase is trusting on the force, is my brother?" Lois nods, her voice breaking. "I never meant to keep this from you. Or him. But now that I see how close you two are getting, he deserves to know. And so do you." But that's not the final twist. Lois admits she wasn't just hiding the child, she was hiding his father's identity too. And here's the final dagger. Joe's father is not some nameless stranger. It's Sonny Corinthos. "I made a mistake that night," Lois says, tears rolling down her face. "We were both hurting, both vulnerable. I thought we moved on, but when I found out I was pregnant, I couldn't face what that meant. Not with his life, his enemies, his violence. Brooklyn is speechless. You and Sonny. Lois confirms it. And just like that, Sonny's family tree grows another branch, and another problem. Brooklyn wastes no time. She storms into Sonny's penthouse, interrupting a meeting with Ava. Why didn't you tell me you slept with my mother and father Gio? Sonny is blindsided. What are you talking about? When Lois walks in moments later to confirm it, Sonny's world crumbles. He's never suspected Gio was his son. Suddenly, his bond with the young man takes on a chilling new dimension. Protectiveness turns into guilt. I would have been there, he tells Lois, furious. You robbed me of a chance to be a father again. Lois breaks down. I was scared. You were in the middle of a war with Alcazar back then. I didn't want my child to be a target. I thought I was doing the right thing. At the same time, Gio begins to piece it all together. He overhears Tracy and Olivia arguing. Lois should have told him. He's not just some stable hand, he's Sonny's son. The pain on Joe's face is unbearable. He's been forming bonds, finding purpose, building trust, and it was all based on a lie. He confronts Lois, demanding answers. You looked me in the eyes for months and never said a word. I deserve to know the truth. Lois doesn't deny it. She just begs for forgiveness. I know I've hurt you, but I never stopped loving you. I thought I was giving you a better life. As Lois prepares to leave, she visits Ned one last time. He's reeling too, not from betrayal, but heartbreak. You were hurting. I get it now. But I wish I could have helped you. Lois and Ned embrace, a bittersweet farewell that closes decades of unfinished business. Lois writes letters for Gio and Brooklyn, each one filled with remorse, love, and hope. And then, suitcase in hand, she boards a flight back to Bensonhurst. Brooklyn is devastated but determined to forge a bond with her brother. She invites Gio to Thanksgiving at the Quartermaines. Sonny is torn between anger and love. He doesn't know how to be a father to a grown man, but he wants to try. And that's bad news for his enemies, because when Sonny's protecting blood, he's unstoppable. Ned and Olivia grow closer, bonding over forgiveness and shared pain. Gio faces an identity crisis, but one that launches a powerful new storyline, a quest for self, revenge, and redemption. Though her contract has ended, insiders say the door is wide open for future return. Executive producer Frank Valentini reportedly told Sofer, there's always a place for Lois in Port Charles. And with Gio now a front and center character, Sonny's legacy expanding, and Brooklyn's world rocked, Lois's absence may be only temporary. In fact, some fans speculate that Lois could reappear for sweeps, possibly in a shocking twist where she's in danger and Gio must save his birth mother. Rena Sofer's Lois Chirulo returned to Port Charles like a firecracker, full of flair, heart, and legacy. But it's her exit that will echo for years to come. By revealing a buried past, shaking the foundations of Port Charles families, and exposing a secret child with mob ties, Lois leaves behind a legacy as the mother who broke hearts to protect them. As Lois's cab pulls away from the airport, a single tear slips down her cheek. And back in Port Charles, the storm she left behind begins to rise.